Mm. Mhm. There you go now. There you go. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. And thank you so much for hitting the like button. I hope you all had a wonderful day. It is the weekend, even though, sad to say, Saturday finished, Sunday is coming, and Sunday will finish just as quickly. So that's the sad thing. And as you quint, Monday, back to work again. But thanks be to God, it's the weekend, we live to see it. And I hope you all had some Saturday soup. You know, them soup there with the chicken foot, the corn in it, and it well have, dumpling. You know, say if you no cook soup and no dumpling in it and a soup, I don't know why people do that. Cook soup and no dumpling. How can you cook soup without dumpling? You're not gonna enjoy the soup. You have to put at least couple spinach in it. If you're not gonna put the nice dumpling in, but put some good dumpling in it, man. So I hope you all had some wonderful soup. Hi Sandra, good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you all had some soup today. The nice soup with the chicken foot, and you put piece of chicken breast in it, make it boil out. And you have corn. I love it when the sweet potato mash out in the soup. And you have your breadfruit, and you have at least 12 dumpling nights. So when you're done, you put in your big bowl. At least 6 dumpling in that. You don't need not more. Yep. So I hope you all had some of that good up food. The Saturday soup up. Yeah, with the Maggie cock soup in it. But you know what I realize now, people? You don't have to put the Maggie in the soup. All you have to do is just get some nice pumpkin, and you cut up the pumpkin fine in it and you mash out, or you can grate it in, that mean or grate it, or cut it up fine with the carrot, and you when time the soup a boil, it have the nice pretty look, just the same like when you put the Maggi in it, and you season it up and it good to go, so you don't have to put all of that MSG and so forth in it. But anyway, good night all. Thank you so much for joining. And as you come, please, I blessed one, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you had a wonderful Sabbath today. Right, as you come, please hit the like button. Now, people, it's sad. Yesterday, last night actually, me hear one song, It and Run. This morning, me wake up, me I sing it. Then this evening, me hear one vehicle pass and I play it. And until now, I mean, I know not more than the song, all me I say, it and run. Nothing more, I don't know what the girl saying at the song. It's just pure it and run, me I sing. But it sound good still, so big up. What's your name? Shensia. Can never pronounce her name properly. So big her up for that it and run. Sometimes you have some man out there where give woman it and run. And then the woman go get emotional, or the female give the man the it and run, and the it where them get all them. So you have all of those incidents. So thank you so much for joining. Now, people, let me get down to the reason why I'm here tonight, the topic that I'm going to discuss. Actually, it's topics. It's not one. Since week, we heard that the OECD did a survey report, and they found out that the Jamaican students are performing below average when it compared to other countries. I think in the top 5 you have Singapore, China, Japan. But when we hear Singapore, I have to say, duh, because they have to be up there. So they were saying that Jamaican students are performing below average. And I realized that a lot of people here in Jamaica, even the politicians, they start to use it now, because anytime they hear anything like that, they're going to use it to their advantage. And whole heap of people are say, oh yeah, that is expected. And whole heap of things people are say about it because of how our education system is, because it is backward, bad, 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 bad. So you see, when I heard it, I was like to myself, yeah, that is expected. You see, the reason why I said it is expected, because what I realized is happening now is that technology, it has taken over. You have social media in the classroom now. They can use it, they're using projector and so forth. But yet still, when you look at it, 95% of our schools here in Jamaica, they are still using the traditional teaching style, meaning they stand up in front of the class and them teach. That is what is happening now. They don't realize that students, sometimes when you look at it, it's just like a 10% of the student in that classroom learn by that teaching method, while others now, they have different learning style. So you know that to cater to them, you have to adjust the method that your teaching method to suit them. So you can't go in front of the classroom every single day. Student, turn to page this. We're going to the no. And when you look at it, majority of the schools, that's what they're doing. When you look at TikTok, there is this teacher on TikTok, and when you look at the comments, you hear people saying that she don't act like a teacher because she's dancing and she's doing that. Because what is happening now is that you still have people who expect teachers to behave a particular way, especially when they're in front of their students. They don't expect them to dance. But just imagine you have a teacher now coming, and that teacher is teaching, whether it be some formula or something, and they come in front of the classroom, and they try to do it using music. Just imagine how effective that is going to be. Because you see, when you look at the Jamaican students nowadays, every single one of the dance move them will come out. Me don't know how they learn it, yo. Me don't know how them pity they learn it. Every single one of the dance move them. The pity them know it. Hold on, the what? Oh Lord, I'm sorry, blessed one. You're done with the flu. Oh Lord, so sad. Try get some lemon and drink it. So sorry. Good night, Miss McCormick. I hope you get well soon. Right. I don't know how. Guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. I don't know how they learn all the dance move, but them know them. When you see them a do GIF, them a do this, them a do rebel dance, and you wonder how the hell them people you know them as them drop. You see the student them take them up and start do it. You have some students, don't you dare keep them in the classroom for the entire day. Because you see, when you do that, it's like you stifle them. They picnic them feel like them in a prison. They want to go outside. They want to run up and down and all of that. They don't. You see, if you're supposed to take them and you go under a tree or some, just sit, you realize that the class will be more engaged and they will participate more in the lesson. But no, what if the teachers them here in Jamaica, they just want to stand up in front of the classroom and stick to the old teaching way, not knowing so them things are done with. It done with it. You have to get with the program, start to use technology in the lesson, start to use different method, music, dance, all of those things. Because remember, you have the visual, you have the kinesthetic, you have you have those. So you have to make sure that you cater your lesson to those students, because when you go with the book, it's just the visual learners your target. What happened to the others who are hands-on? They're being left behind. And the next thing also that is happening in our schools, especially some of the popular school years in Jamaica, They are paying more attention to sporting activities than education right now, because you will see where in some school you have some I Miss Campbell, good night, big good night. Oh Lord, so sorry. You got it also. Right. They're focusing on the sporting activities like track and field time now. It's that season. Champs coming up. So when you go to some schools, you have some students, sometimes you realize that they must spend more time on the track than in the classroom, because you realize that them are focus on when it come on to certain time. You have some school, if you ask them, when you receive some new books from the government, they will tell you like from all along. And the sad thing is that sometimes the books that they receive, it is not sufficient for the amount of students that they have. So they will tell you that their student population is like 1,500, 1,700. And when you ask them the amount of books that they receive from the Ministry of Education, sometimes it's far less, 800 and so. So at times, when you have students, some get books, some don't. Library, students not using the library again. Everybody know they're going online. I was shocked the other day when someone said to me that they have a paper to write. I said, so you know start write it. The person say they're going to go and chat some AI program. I don't remember, chat GP, something like so. I don't remember the name. And they're just going to go on it and it's going to write the paper. And I'm like, what do you mean? And the person actually showed it to me, and I was shocked. So you have things like that now taking over our education system, So you have some students, they are going to be left behind because the teaching is not up to their level. Them can't understand. Sometimes you hear the teacher them tell us that the pitney them don't, they can't learn. And they don't know, that is not the child is the problem, is the way in which they are delivering the lesson. That's where the problem is. Because you see, when you really look at it, no pitney at all, no dunce. None of them no dunce. We just have to understand that they learn differently. Because I might be someone, I can sit and I can read 3 books and I will might remember what I read. While you have some, they reach page 3, guess what? Then drop asleep. And they will sit and you will hear them and listen to some music and you wonder how them sit down and listen to the music them. They will sit and they will listen to music for the entire day. You have some, they want to paint, all of that. So you have to understand that is the reason why we're going to get reports like those, because the Jamaican education system, it is just targeting one set of students. They don't realize that you have special needs student out there. So you see our school system, no, they don't have nothing ready yet for special needs students. Some traditional, some will have it, and some school they don't even want a child with a disability because they know they don't have the resources available to cater to that child. So they don't want nobody there, no student with any disability. And when you listen to them, and when you hear say they might turn them back, people will blast them and say this and say that. But you have to remember, these are public institution. So therefore, if the government of Jamaica don't provide them with the resources that they need, they're not going to be able to provide any service to those students. And that is what people don't understand. When you look at it, I think they said reading, maths, science, and what else? I don't remember. English? I don't remember. Those are what they use to basically judge. And you have to wonder, so what happened to the other subject? What happened to the other subject areas? They didn't. So when people hear all of them something there, hold on for me, please. Yo, we have keeper. Yeah, yeah, come and knock no door. You not use the key. I'm already on it. I'm already on. Yeah, sorry, folks. Sorry. Right. So if the Ministry of Education don't provide them with the resources that they need, the students, they're not going to be able to learn. They're not going to be able to have the grades like the others. And when you look at the other countries, them get the resources, them have the resources that they need. We not have it. Because before them take the money, and dash pan the education system, them take it and waste it out. Then take it and do all sort of something, pay themselves big package, give them big friend some contract. When you look on the road, them sometimes you pass, you see them a patch it this week. By next week, when you pass again, you see six wall. And you wonder where them they come from. Now just last week, them patch it. So you have those things. Yeah, many children, exactly, blessed one. Many children are suffering from depression. And when you listen to them and you ask them why, you hear, oh, they don't want to socialize, they don't want to do that. Me see one, my little cousin, a girl post something on TikTok and she said, just do like. And I'm like, I wish you talk about. I mean, the girl are going, but because her something just get 2 likes. And he's like, she did I go mad. I mean, so we are going so far. I can't understand it. Oh, she emphasized, and it was like it was a big deal. It was a big deal because those are the things our students are focusing on now. You see, when you look at it, I would want for someone to ask parents when last have they take up one book and read it to them pitney. Ask, especially when it's a young child, ask them when last you read your pitney one book. Them are gonna tell them no. When last you sit down with the pitney and teach them the 2 times, back in our days, you have to know your 2 times, your 3 times, all of them something there. Nowadays, it's like them something that don't really matter again. Then just a focus on other stuff. Them are, so it not just the government, but us as parents, we have to do what we need to do to make sure that our children are provided with the best chance they have to be successful. Lord have mercy, successful in this world. Because you see, if you don't do it at home, you have to understand that when they go to school, they are going to be behind. You have to make sure that they do their homework, they study, and so forth. You have some parents, they don't mind if the child sit for the entire day and play game. To them, nothing wrong with that. You have some people, parents now, they might tell them pitting in them head, yo, when you go to school, nobody go take up no focus on the book, make sure you say you go learn to play football or you go learn to run. So you can earn some big money like Bailey, Bolt, at Asafa. Are them things that are going on in Jamaica. I mean, nah lie. Me nah lie. Are them things there. Because when you have Pitney, I can tell you, say, Miss, well, you not work no money. Teacher salary and nothing. If you go chop, you make more money. You hear them slackness there. You have to wonder what is happening. But this is Jamaica. This is Jamaica. So when you hear those reports, don't find it surprising. Just understand that we're going to get a lot more like those until the government look at our education system and they put the resources that the teachers need. What they need to do also is that they have to pay close attention to special education because you have a lot of special education teachers after they graduate from Michael. What do you think they do? Either some of them they go Canada, US, UK, then gone overseas, gone work. Some they will stay in Jamaica, but the little money where they might get are just student loan if they take out the loan. Because you'll hear some of them I tell you say they get one $80,000 and then you hear student loan at 30 alone out of that. I don't know with compensation review that they had last year how much they're getting now. But you have situation like those. So until the government of Jamaica understand that education it is key for this country, we're not going to get any better. It is sad they are focusing on other things that really, important, because when you look at some of the things them where you hear them are planned for do, you wonder how is that going to benefit the country? Because really and truly, it is not going to benefit us. It just going to benefit themselves and their friends. Because some of the contracts that them going you hear them are plan to do this, and then when you check a stack, who get the road work, somebody close to them, and you wonder. And when the job is complete and you look at it, you wonder who did the check, who signed off that job satisfactory, complete. Because when you look at it, it is below standard. It is below, but as I said, this is Jamaica. We just have to do what we have to do in the home for our children, because we can't leave it up to public schools, especially. May I tell you now how serious Jamaican education system is? Send your child to a primary school here in Jamaica and a prep school. And you see, when you do the comparison with a child that is going to a prep school, like for example in grade 1 or grade 2, and a child that is going to a public primary school, you'd be amazed at the difference in learning, because you realize that one is operating at a grade 3 level and one basically is still in the kindergarten basic school level, as we in Jamaica would have call it. And when you look at the prep school, pitney them, the words that they're spelling, the maths that they're doing, everything. Sometimes they read grade 4, they reach grade 4, and the work then when them are doing a grade 4, a grade 6 work. And you wonder, why? Isn't it the same curriculum they're using? Why one always perform more? You have some very good primary school, don't get me wrong. You have some very good primary schools here in Jamaica. But majority of the time, the prep school outperform primary schools, because prep school are money talk, money. Because when you look, you have to pay $50,000 per term, and when you send them a primary school, they just pay the basic package, the registration, the PTA, nothing more you don't pay. That's it. But every term in a prep, you have to pay the 50, the 100, the how much $1,000. You have to. When you hear some money where some people appear, a town for them pitney, you wonder, but wait, a university pitney I go? Which class you pitney? And them I tell you, oh, she's in grade 3, and you hear them say $80,000 per term for school fee, or 100 and add. You wonder what? That's how it is. Hi, Lady V. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. I Miss Lois. Good night. Let me see who else we miss. Miss Campbell. Good night. Oh yeah, I see Miss Campbell comment before. Right. That's how it is. But we just have to do what we have to do. You see, back in the days, people, me no know how the teacher them used to do it. Like today, I saw on social media that the principal at the Jonathan Grant High School is going to resign, Dr. Uncle. And when you look at the comment, you realize people attack and people are say the best principal and everything, because here you have a school in Jamaica, and it is not one of the popular high school. When you look like Queens, Casey, Calabar, it is not. And when you look at the performance of the students that go to this school, you have to wonder how they do it. When you hear how strict the principal is, when you hear people talk about the man or deal with the children them or get on their level, and you have to wonder, whoa, them people they still exist. And then when you hear say I resign, that's why the people them, one person said it was like they were getting a heart attack. One person said from them ear, them sick until now. Imagine a principal resigning, and you hear people that say them feel like they might get heart attack. One person said from them here, them sick. Because you have persons like those, they take the job seriously, they put their all into it, and you have others out there, they just know, say, guess what? Me just do this job because I go to school Me have the qualification, more want the money at the end of the month. I, Mr. Alfonso, all good night. They want the money at the end of the month, so them just go in front of the classroom because of that. No other reason. And the sad thing to say is that in a lot of our schools, the students, you have teachers, they put out the all. When we say them put out the all, you see some of them are carry some big old pan with them at school. Then carry drum, then carry this, because they put out everything that they have. And yet still, the students, them not business. They not focus one bit. Not one bit. They now focus. They pick them and do when them want to. There is a school here in St. Catherine. It's on Old Harbour Road. I won't call the name. And before, you see, when you have your picnic, your child, sorry, and you hear that, oh, your picnic pass prep and them a go at this wood school on Old Harbour Road. Trust me, the parents them used to feel shame because so when you pick me a god at school, they not do nothing in an exam. So normally is the bottom. When you hear pitney say them average at 20, 30, at them they set a pitney them take and send at school there. The non-performing. So imagine you're a teacher, and you're teaching a set of students like that. Just imagine how hard your job is going to be. You can stand there sometime. Some will learn, some won't. You see, if you're going in front of the classroom right now, and like the song when me did I sing, look while, such a pity me can't play it. The Hit and Run song. Me give you it was just a Hit and Run. Anyway, me not remember it. You see, if like I teach bio, and you take that song, then you go in the front of the classroom with it, and you go play it and everything. Whoa. You see for it, whether it be 3 minutes, 4 minutes, any amount of minutes for that song there, you get the classroom lock. Me mean the classroom, you get the attention of every single student in that classroom just by playing that song because it's a hit right now. It out. And then you play the song, you're going at the lesson. Right there, so you get the student engaged, you get everybody know where you come with. But the thing is, teachers they don't know how to use icebreaker. You learn it in a teaching college, Then teach it in a teaching college. But you see, when we're going at the classroom, sometimes you not even want to do that. You just want to go in there, you just want to come out. Because I remember when I was on TP, we just do TP because it was a part of my course and I want the certificate. So me just go and come out. All of them teaching because the way the pitney them did stay, they did. I them make me not go in the classroom. Jesus, peace. That was a nightmare. But anyway, you have students like those. So you have to use things like that icebreaker and so forth to get the attention. Anything that is now out there, whether it be a movie, a hit song, a dance move, you use it and you realize that you grab them. Imagine you're teaching like angles and you start to do dance move and you say, okay, this is a 360, this is a 90 degree, this is a 60 degree, and so forth. You'll be surprised to know that they learn and they will remember it because of what you use to teach them. But as I said before, it's just the traditional thing a lot of teachers are doing now. They're not going beyond. Now, the next thing, people, I saw where recently a lot of people on social media are talking about charities. And I don't think people really and truly understand Jamaica and this charity thing, this charity business. And I'm referring it to it as a business because really and truly that's how people now dealing with this charity situation. Like it's a business and it is supposed to be a business, but me mean them take it for a profit making business. That is what a lot of them do. Now, people are saying that charities here in Jamaica should be registered. Government need to pay close attention to charities. They need to do this. People are SCAMMER. All of that is going on. You hear people are saying, Hold on. I spoke at a school where children weren't driven. I started my session with the song. What? Yep. Yep. It worked like crazy. Even, yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. I, Brian, not, no, me not have on my glasses, people. So the ear me a buck like me can't read. I chew me wear glasses and me not have it on. Journey with Jackie. Good night. Good night. Yeah. Normally it work wonders, and that is what a lot of teachers don't understand. Dance and songs, it work. I have a little son right now, and I can tell you, if whenever him start go school, me I go pray for that teacher there, because if she thinks she go can stand up in front of him and teach him like regular pitney, it not going to work. Not going to work because he's so active and he's more of a hands-on kines- kinesthetic learner. That's how you describe him, hands-on and so forth. Him have to use him hands, him have to be up and about. And he's just two and I recognize it. Because you see, if you say to him, sit here and so forth, him now sit. You see, if him hear anything, you see him a walk. Him uncle, him walk behind him uncle when him uncle a fix anything at all. One him walk, him want see. Anything you see on the TV, he gonna stand up in front of it, and next thing you know, he might move and so forth. Oh, I taught him how to count by climbing the staircase. So what we used to do, well, we still do it. When we're going up, one, two, three, and that's what we do. Once we reach five, we start over. One, two, because he's just two. So I don't think I'm supposed to force him to reach 10 or so forth. So me just start with one to five. And I do it on the staircase. My mother, when she doing exercise sit up, she teach him. And the once the young man go on the wall, he start the squat, you hear him. One, two. Now ask me where I do squat for. But what I realize is that's how he's learning. And you know that because of such a tender age, that is how it start off. It is going to be hard to break him out of it, to start to let him use the book and the traditional way. So now everything you're going to do with him, yeah, you realize it have to be hands-on. But it work. And once you realize that you're trying to teach, whether it be your children or anyone, and the method that you're using, it is work, continue doing it. Continue. Because I remember some time ago I sent a video to his dad and someone overseas, and they were shocked when they realized that he was counting, because they were saying, "Him a count already?" And I'm like, "Yeah, just by running up the staircase." And my mother stay on the wall and do her squat, and him did it too, and him count. So you have to understand, you have to use other method in teaching. Now back to what I was saying about the charities now. Here in Jamaica, you see, register in a charity, it is not a walk in the park. I want to better take it from me, because me know for sure. And it's not a walk in the park. And the reason why I'm saying that, you have to collect some documents from the companies of Jamaica website. You can download them. It is not one document. It's a bit something farm and this farm, that farm, a whole heap of document you have to complete. When you look at it, you have to wonder why you have to complete all of them farms here. But it's a lot. When you complete those forms, you go back in office, you pay the 20 something thousand dollars. And when you pay that 20 something thousand, I don't remember the name of it, but there is this thing that you have to give them. It is basically telling what your charity will be about, what you're going to do, whether it's going to be for building purpose, religious, aftercare, anything like that. So you have to complete that, and you have to sign to it also, and state that you're going to have 2,500 in reserve at all time for the operation of the charity. That's what it states. You see, after you do all of that, you pay your money, you wait until they call you for your certificate. It is 7 working days before you get 7 working days or 10. Anyway, I don't remember the amount of working days, but you have to wait. You see, after you wait and you get that, guess what happened? Don't think that it finished right there. You get that certification now from the companies of Jamaica, Office of Jamaica, It's located in New Kingston. When you get it, you have to go to the Department of Friendly Society. Now, this is where a lot of people have the problem. Registering with the company's office, that is easy. That is like a one, two, three. Once you complete all the forms and you complete them correctly, you have the directors, your company secretary, who you're going to have as a treasurer and all of that. You put it on the form there. You give it to them. Fine. You get your certification. You go to the Department of Friendly Society. When you reach there now, you have to complete another one EPA form. And you want and pay $5,000. I mean, wonder, when I was going through the entire process, I'm like, why you have to go through all of this? And it is for a charity organization. It is not something that is going to benefit you, Well, when you're doing it, some people, when they're doing charity, not really benefit you. It is going to benefit others. So why they make it so difficult for the normal Jamaican just to register a charity? When you complete the application at the Department of Friendly Society and you said, yes, this is it. You pay the 5,000, they give you your receipt. They will tell you that within 30 days, 30? Yeah, 30 days, they're going to reach out to you. Lo and behold, people, please understand that even when you complete it, don't think that it's going to finish right there, because it might be, you might get it, you might not. Because what happened is that when you go to the Department of Friendly Society and you complete the application, they're going to have to submit it to Tax Administration Jamaica. Now, this is where the problem is, because remember, a charity is exempt from taxes here in Jamaica. You get customs, all of that. You can make people ship barrel and you pay a little and nothing to clear it. Now, you have to remember, you see, if those forms, what you complete at company's office and Department of Friendly Society, if them not say the same thing, you better know say you not get it. And if they look at it and they realize that, oh, guess what? This charity, the person not going to be able to make enough money or something, because you have to state where your funding will be coming from. And a lot of people, when they complete it, they will say that yes, they have donors. They will put some donors' name. Some might say that they have friends, family, salary, and so forth, where the funds will be coming from. But understand that if tax administration, if they're not satisfied, they're not going to give you the okay. And if tax administration don't give you the okay, you're not going to get the certification from the Department of Friendly Society. Good night, Miss Barrett. Good night. I think we're mistaking program as charity. I don't understand that one. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I don't understand what you just typed. Think we're mistaking program as charity. Anyway, right. If tax office is not satisfied with what you put on your application, they're not going to give you the okay to be registered as a charity organization here in Jamaica. And that is where a lot of people, they fail. So you will have some people, they will tell you that their company is registered with the Companies Office of Jamaica as a non-profit organization, but they don't have the charity certification. So you see, because of that, you have a lot of people, they are going around and they're doing their thing. Them not go through the process, none at all. Because you see, when you go to the company's office, if you're not really and truly interested, if it's not something that you really and truly want to do, it will turn you off because of the amount of paper application that you're going to have to complete and the 20 something thousand that you're going to have to pay. So whole heap of people, they don't want to do that. They don't. So you have Here in Jamaica, when you look at it, there's a listing. You can go online and you can get it. It's on the Department of Friendly Society, and they will provide you with a listing of the charities that are registered. And it is sad to say, when you look at that listing, you will have it's a lot of names, company names on it. And you will wonder what happened to these charities. I remember I was speaking to someone, and that person told me that the charity organization is registered and they used to have a donor from England, but unfortunately, that person passed. So, from that person passed, they don't get another donor. And I said, you tried to reach out to people. She said, yes, but nobody want to support. Me say, you send letters to companies, yes, but nobody don't reply to the letters that were submitted. Oh, Miss Francis, no. And the time you have to sit, exactly, Miss Francis, you'd be surprised. Exactly, Lady V. And that is what people don't understand. You have to have all of those people. You have to have all of those people on the application that you complete. You see, if you just put two names, guess what? You're not going nowhere. You have to list them out. State who are going to be your secretary, who are going to be your treasurer, who are going to be this. Because if you just list two names, them are going to look at it and them are going to say a red flag, a scam. You want to go scam people, them not going to give it to you. They're not going to give it to you. And you have charities that go through the entire process, the tedious process. They go through it, and at the end of the day, nobody no want to donate to them. They will tell you, I have a licensed charity. I have a registered company, and this is what I'm supposed to do. And when you look on people are gonna say, okay, nobody now go and donate to them. What I realize is happening now is that people, once they see it on social media, people want to donate. And when they donate and a little bit down the line, you hear something happen. People are coming out and people are saying this and saying that. We have to understand, nobody force people to donate to these social media charity, because what people don't understand, you can be a charity on social media, but you're not a charity for real. That's what I realize. That's what I realize. You have whole heap of charity on social media operate and do them thing. And if you're supposed to go online and check that listing, you don't see none of them name on it. None. And you wonder, so how are they saying that they are charities and yet still they are not registered? So people, because of the process, the company's office, the start, which party start right a company's office, because of how long it is, it turn off people. People don't want to go through it none at all. Because when them take up the heap of paper them and then give it to you, it's a big turn off. Big, big turn off. I can tell you because I remember when I was registering my company, and when I went to them and they said, how you're going to get money? I said to them that it's between me and my girlfriend, my co-workers. And they said, we state on it, that the funding is going to be from our salary. When I stated that, the person was, you don't have any other funding. I'm like, no, we are just doing it because we take the money. We don't pay tithes. May I be honest, we don't know. We are not church people. If we do go to church, we just go to church. We're not giving a pastor with money. So we believe that since when our God church go throw the 10, the 1/10 where them say if it's true, we take it out, we buy a little food and so forth. Right now, we have one heap of rice around this so and so forth. So at that we do. One we buy rice, one buy chicken, one buy some tin product and so forth, and we go out and we do it. So what I did, one was the director, one was the secretary, one was the treasurer. All of us, we have our very good jobs. We are okay. Yet still, you hear the ask. There's a section that asks about donors, put nothing there, so. And they're going to ask you, so what happened to the donors? And you say to them, oh, but we are the donors. I was shocked when somebody said, but you can't be the owner and then you're going to say you're going to be the donor. I'm like, so what is wrong with that? You're not go out there, you're not going to beg people fi send you nothing. You take the money out of your pocket, fi do things. You not gonna come on social media and say, oh guys, I want to do this. You not do that. If you have your back to school something, you might put it out, but you're not gonna ask nobody if give you no money. And they must say, no, you can't. And you'll wonder what is wrong with that, Hey, no. They say you have to have donor. Even if it's just a two-person name, you have to put it there. When you go over the other side now and you do the application and everything, they start to dig deep. No matter how the salary nice and everything, they're not going to be pleased with that. They want to see who is going to be a donor. So even if you are going to lie on a farm and say, guess what, John Brown are going to be my donor, Lady V are going to be my donor, and them are not your donor, and you say them are going to be my donor, them are going to contribute that, them are going to approve it because you have donor upon that part there. If you just say you're going to leave it blank, you don't have any, you're going to use it out of your salary. So you have a situation like those that is going to not get you approved at the Department of Friendly Society and Tax, because they're going to tell you that, oh, guess what? They need more names. They're going to tell you that, okay, they need this person, they need that, and they need everything. So, no bother think when you see them people here come, and they must say, oh, I operate a charity, or me I do my charity, me I go ask you this. Hey, they're asking, but the question that donors supposed to ask them is, are you registered with the government of Jamaica? That is the most important question. And a lot of donors, they don't ask that question because what they do is that they donate. And when they donate because of views, likes. They want to hear the name call on the big platform or the small platform or so forth. They want to hear the name call to say that they donate towards this. That's the only thing they focus on. They don't focus on anything else. You have some out there, they're not registered, but they do them thing the right and proper way. And my officer big up to them. You have some, because they know that they are not accountable to anyone, they continue to pull. You will hear that, oh, them get this, them get that, and you don't see anything happening. You don't know where the money are go. You sit at some time and you wonder why people continue to donate to these people when they can easily well go online, look for the charities here in Jamaica that are registered and donate to them, if you really want to donate. I remember some time ago, there was this big thing on social media, and it was with a particular donor. She always donate, and I think she came out and she was saying that her family was complaining and this and everything because she donated to a particular lady and the lady did cuss her off. And I remember I made a video about it and I put a comment that the person should donate to registered companies, schools, charities, and so forth. And the person said that they don't want it, they won't donate again, to Jamaica. And I was like, okay, lo and behold, a little bit down the line, I was watching something. I hope a name call. And I'm like, so now the same person this way I said they're not gonna donate again. So what I realize is that people don't want to donate to certain charity organization because it's not a social media charity. They want to give the one that they see on social media because to them, they are seeing where the money going, not knowing, say really and truly sometime, and not for their money I go there. So because imagine you're cooking some food to go and give out, you receive how much money if you go cook that food there. You might sit and you might say, oh, see, me send my money and share cookie food. You don't know how much money the person might tell you that they're preparing care package to give out. You might say, oh, me send somebody something names to the package. You don't know how much people contribute towards that. You see, when you donate to a charity that is licensed, guess what is going to happen now? Them have to keep the record. So you see, if you send $20 to them, them have to make sure say they make it. Hey, guess what? Me get $20 from Sandra. All right, me get $50 from Blessed One. Then have to make sure say they keep the record for the end of the year when they're supposed to file. Because you see, if they don't, they might lose the license. I remember when I went to Department of Friendly Society, and I was like, so yes, so name so. Because I was thinking to myself, but this a place we're supposed to have license and register charity. Them themselves need liquor charity because the place was, oh jeez, yeah, the place they turn bad, dilapidated, bad, 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 bad. And I was looking at it. There was crack in the walls, in the floors. And I'm like, oh my, wow. And you see, when you look at that, remember, this is the company we're supposed to give oversight to charity organization. They're supposed to have all the resources that they need to make sure, say, if they have 300 charity license, they can go and they can do their audit. They can check. Them not have the staff complement for do it. Them not have the resources to do it. They don't. So sometimes when people file the returns, maybe the return just depend on the file. It just put on one place, nothing not happen. I mean not tell no lie. Maybe that happen. But we have to understand. You see the social media charities that you see, wanna bear in mind people. You see when you hear them something you come out about them and everything, you don't bother pay them no mind. I saw me look on it. To me, it is neither here or there. Because one, you can't say the people them do this and do that too, When the people them never come to, Mr. Ladana made her video and I had to post it because I'm in agreement. 100% agree with what Ladana said. One, they never hold you and take it and you donate it to them. They never call you 24/7 and beg you for the money and you send it go give them. So you see when you send it go give them, members say you send it to them. You never send it to a charity organization. You send it to them. And that is what made the big difference, You see, when you send the money to K. Thomas, whoops. Okay, then. Yes. When you send the money to Thomas, guess what happened? At Thomas, you send the money too. But you see, when you send the money now to Second Chance, guess what? You send it to the charity. So you see, if when you send the money to the charity organization and you send it to them to help with back to school supplies for children, and you realize that what you send wasn't used for that purpose, you have all right now, to make a report on that person to say that that person basically scam you because you said what you want the money to do, you send it for a particular reason to the charity organization and they did not do that. But you see, when you send it to now the individual under the individual name, you can't complain. You're not supposed to say nothing because of the person you send it to. So you're not supposed to feel any way if you hear down the line that the person didn't use the money for what they're supposed to do. So you supposed to know that now that, oh, guess what? I send my 50 US to that person in helping the person reach a millionaire, in making the person a millionaire. You never send it to their charity organization to feed the homeless. You never send it to the charity organization to pay a school fee for someone. You send it, to the individual. And that's the reason why sometimes, when me sit down and I watch AD and she'll call out the names and me I say, she always I say, she send the people then send money to this set of person, that set of person. I mean I say, I wonder if she realize that them people that who she have a collect money for, them people that have a heart of gold, they are trustworthy because you see the thing is, if those individuals did not hand over the money to her, there is nothing she can do or she could do about it. Nothing whatsoever. And let me explain to you the reason why. Because she might say she give them the authority, the okay for collect money for pay this person's school fee and so forth, But remember, the person send the money to that individual under that individual name and so forth. So you see, because they send it to that person's name, she can't go say the money was meant for BMG. She can't say that the person send the money to that person. So when me hear she say that, me say, yo, you have to rate them people that who you have a go around and collect money for you and then not thief you. You have to rate them. So that's the reason why her program, people continue to donate to it. Because you see, when time you look and you hear all of them something there and you understand the system and you know, say, if anything's supposed to go wrong, she can't carry nobody a court. She can't go say anything. And nobody can go report them. Because guess what? After their money, you send the money to them. They never beg you the money. Do you have any evidence where them send to you to say, okay, send me this for that and that? No, you don't have it. So when me look on all of that, me say, okay, she have to rate them people there because them people they could have run off with the people their money and do anything with them want to do with it, but them not do it. They don't. So a lot of times people compare charity in Jamaica and charities overseas. But you have to understand, here in Jamaica, we are one third world country, really and truly. And you see, certain resources where you need for track and monitor, the monitoring now go on, the auditing, it now take place. You see, if the government supposed to really come down on charities the way they are supposed to, whoa, a whole heap of we, and I'm going to say we right now, a whole heap of we would have been in problem because we do our thing, and I'm saying we because you all know that I have my back to school and my Christmas thing that I do for students and the less fortunate. And really and truly, you're not supposed to collect and so forth if it not licensed and registered. So that's why I say whole heap of we would have been a problem, even though I might start the process and may have one piece of paper ready already. That not really make a big difference. But because the government, just like anything else, then create this wonderful act. They will tell you about the Charities Act, this act, the Traffic Act, this act. And when you really look at it, it's just some nice word, some nice term, some nice little sentence they put on paper. Nothing more. Some of the time. Then just have it there. If you say then have this act in place. Okay, you have it. Did you implement it? They will tell you that, okay, yes, it was passed on this day. Yes, it was passed. But really and truly, was it implement? Are you doing what you need to do to make sure that these persons are performing? They're doing what they state on paper that they're going to do. If it means that they're going to feed the homeless, they're going to feed the homeless. If it means that they're going to send people to school, they're doing that. Do you have the resources to monitor and track what? They're going to tell you, no, they don't. They don't. And sometimes, these same companies, the sad thing is that, and no wonder if people don't realize what they're doing, they will have their charity organization registered here in Jamaica. And because people know, say, hey, then can go a customer and then not go pay nothing much. Them a collect all 1 6. How much every minute it is then go a custom. Because they know, say, this is what they are saying. All 10 somebody from overseas. They not say nothing for charity sometime, then start sell barrel packaging of the charity name. Because they don't want to pay the fee. They don't want to pay the fee. So them start to do all of them something. Sometimes you hear people say them are going to collect barrel. Then go collect one big barrel and out of the barrel a little bag belong to them. And when you look on the barrel, it might have the charity name on it. So you know, say if you have a charity name, everything we're in the barrel is supposed to be for the charity organization. But sometimes they just do it because they want to bypass the system. They know that if they do it, they don't pay the big taxes. And whole heap of people here in Jamaica who have their charities and it's licensed, as I said before, nobody no want to donate to it. Uno not donate to them. So when you hear people come out and attack and I say this, you don't nobody say nothing, you don't nobody complain. Because the others out there who they're supposed to be donating to, nobody now donate to them, Everybody are run and them and donate to the social media charities. Look at the angel. The angel start operate our charity. It is going on good and everything. Do you think, as much as she's an entertainer, do you think if she didn't come on social media, her charity would have gone so? If she never come on social media and tell people what she gonna do and everything. No. Because all the people wouldn't know about it, all the people wouldn't PR no mind. But she used social media, people start donate to her now and so forth. Hers is one of them that is registered. That is the good thing. That's the good thing. So she's helping people. The next thing also is that a lot of companies, they donate to charities. Why? To get the exemption. Because they know that when they do, whether it be just a small percentage or so forth, they're not going to pay tax. So, okay, they're going to do it. They're going to get this right off once they have the document for sure so they did donate to this and so forth. When you look at a particular company here in Jamaica, every year, them thing just go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Every year you hear, and you wonder, wow, what am I do so? Hey, they're doing it. They're helping the society and they're helping themselves. Because they know when they do that, one, they get the publicity that they need, and two, they get that little exemption that they need when it comes on to certain things. So they're going to do it. But people, please, understand that when nobody tell people say, oh, run go register. No, it's so easy. You see, if you don't understand the system, makes sense to try to preach to our next man, figure do it. Because you see, when you get to understand it, maybe yourself not even go on do it. When you hear the amount of things where you feel do, you're gonna say, really? All of that you have to do. I remember after I went through the process, I made a call to someone and I said, no, what am I going to do about this? Can't it be linked? And so forth. The person said, yes, but they never did think about it. I said, no, you have to do something about it. It can't continue like this, where you're going to one and then you're going to the other. What you're supposed to do is that once the person complete the application at the company's office, they just do everything there. The information is sent over to the Department of Friendly Society and they take it from there. But we don't have the systems in place to do that. We don't. When you look, you have people out there, they want to help people. They really and truly want to help. But because of everything that is happening on social media, when you hear about these things, well, if people, it's just a big turn off. They no longer want to donate to anything whatsoever here in Jamaica because they have it in their mind that, guess what? They are all the same thing. Them not understand, say some people out there, really and truly, they not really business about them something there. Then can collect $1 million and $1 million when they collect, then take it and do what them say them are going to do. You have some, them are going to collect it and them are going to put 500,000 there so and then use the 500,000 to do that. That's what they're going to do. Yet the next thing when I understand to, people, I mean, I understand how. I remember I think it was in 2020, was it 2022? I did a video. There was this gentleman here in Jamaica, always, him name always used to call up in some bang around in operate a charity. And I remember I said on it, you can't expect someone who don't have a job to operate a charity and not take nothing out of it, because it is time consuming. They're going to need to get to point A to point B. And that people not understand. And you see, when you look at it, sometimes these persons, they have to eat, they have bills to pay. Where are they going to get the money from to pay the bills and to eat, to buy the gas? Where them are going to get the money from? They must out of the charity. So that's why I personally believe that you cannot work, you can't be unemployed and I run a charity. No, you can't do that. Because you see, when you do that, everything I got go up on the liquor business. Everything you got depend on it for. You got depend on it to pay your water, light, everything. The liquor stipend that you're going to get, if you're supposed to get your gas money, guess what? You realize that you got to take out more because the light bill have to pay, the mortgage have to pay, or the rent. NWC, they have to get their money. Digital have to get their money. Flow have to get their money. Gas need to go in the vehicle. And you have to drive round to do your charity. So you have to understand, you can't say you not have no job and you expect for run charity and not get no money from it, So uno know say once you see the people then come and them a do them thing and then now work, uno just know say them a go take money out of it. Simple put it like that. Them a go take money. I remember some time ago, I think it was week before last, I got a call. And this was from a very popular court here in Jamaica. Someone reached out to me because there was an individual that needed the help. And I was like, can't go take it on because nothing. And the person did it, and me say, all right, then the person said, okay, me go reach out to something, to somebody if you get something. And me say, all right, then do that. You see, at the end of the day, mountain just gone. The person called me on Thursday and the person said, okay, me get $80,000. Me say, okay, good. You see the $80,000 what she get, people? A lawyers, paralegal, who else? Police, court workers contribute towards it. Towards it because of how people see the case and they really wanted to help the individual, then just pull everything together, and just help the person. Because you have situation like those when you'll come across people and you realize that they will come before you, they're in desperate need. Them boy, sometimes when you listen to some of them, you can't help it but cry. You can't. And you see, I remember some time ago, I went to work with an egg sandwich and it was cold. And me, I got dash it away, So, me have it in my lunch bag. And you see, when you hear something, boy, people, me no bother dash away. Me name the cold sitting same way. Because me say, me can't go dash it away. And here you have people that complain, say, then I have nothing to eat. And me have my eggs out. Me just eat it same way. I just eat it and it never kill me because me here right now. So when you hear about stories like that, what heap of people. So you no expect say at every single charity you go hear about or you go see on social media and so forth. Because some of them they deal with some sensitive cases. And because of how sensitive, you can't bring it out there. You can't. You just have to just collect what you have to collect, give who you have to give, and call it a day. So that's the reason why when I put on my application, when they asked where the funding will be from, and I said salary, that was the reason why they were like, okay, how it gonna be salary? But really and truly, how we help people, not from what salary? Because month end come, this a one get 10, this a one get that, this a one get 5, this a one get 20, and so forth. Me get to understand, say, I think it was a judge gave 25,000. And them something there you have happen because people understand where they have to go through. So you then just, all right, take this, help that, and of them things there. But people not like, they don't like to come and broadcast everything. Some people will do it because they want people to know. Some people won't because we look at it and we say it's not really important. You don't want people private affairs to be out there in the public domain like that. So you just do what you have to do. But it is sad to say that on more than one occasions, I see where people they're supposed to be they said they're doing good deed, and yet still, when you listen, and a really good deed, the good deed that they're doing is just to benefit themselves. They not do nothing more. there is this lady, and no matter how, I have to wonder sometime, if she don't realize what she had do sometime, because sometimes when she come on her live and she talk, she just give up herself. I said she just give up herself and just show people what she had. And I'm like, lady, you can't. I just say, okay. Me used to sit down and watch her, and remember some time ago me hear somebody say something on their live about her. It was one of the small platform on Facebook had it, what the person said. And me say, okay then. And then when I went and I listened, I was like, wow. I was shocked. So you know what? Me just say, okay. And I just leave it at that. I just leave it at that. But uno stop call the people them names, because the people they never hold uno, the people they never take the money from uno. Now the whole of uno come out, una say una go have petition, una go have this, and una go, the people they never hold uno and take no money. The people they never hold uno and take no money. And I always say to people, understand that no matter what someone do, just know that at the end of the day, me I go answer to the Almighty, and them I go answer to the Almighty too. And you see, when you do something and you say you're going to, especially for the needy, because you see, when you're about the poor, to me, that is something, that a big thing right there, because them not have it already, and you're getting it to give to them and you're not giving it to them. That alone speak volume to the type of person that you are. And what we have to understand is that because of money, you can't continue to put your integrity, you can't make people question your integrity. So, and that is what is happening when you hear about these stories. It's just people questioning people integrity over and over. Sometimes when you listen to the stories, if I saw it going on, you have to say, whoa. And sometimes when you listen to the individuals and how they speak, how they talk about certain things, you realize that it's already corrupt. So then I have nothing to protect, because they gone down the whole long time. And sometimes when they go through the little wall there, me I talk about the little scam wall. It's hard for you pull them out. Because you see, when them start take off of it, them start, all right, I go take $10 or so, and I saw them start. It's hard for them stop. Why you think so much people in the banking sector always I get caught? Because them start, and then start off at the little tip, and then go little further, and then just you realize that a further down in the hole them a go, then just a continue go. And at the same thing with them, we are run the charity. Them are run the charity, and because them realize they are getting away with doing all of this, then can come, they can say, oh guys, I know about this sick person and this and that and that. I want to help them to with the medical expense, or more of a help this a person in the panis. You come, you talk. 10 persons say, all right, let me reach out and help. You see the sad story, you hear the sad story, you donate. When you donate, 10 people donate, maybe one will donate all 500,000 or 100 grand, just like that. And when time the person see it, the person might say, oh, all right then. Then we give the person a 3, and the next 2 gone in a them pocket. When them put the 2 in a them pocket, them say, me do that. And 10 people donate. All right, let me go walk and go look one next one. Then walk and then go dig up one next one in a one next wall. Sometimes the people them in a their little space quite comfortable and mind their own business. And then we go to them and say, with them phone, start shine the camera up in a them face, because guess what? Before 10 people donate, they want 20 to donate now. So then start shine the phone up in the people them business, start put everything out there on social media. All right, 50 people donate now. They realize that they gone with 2 mil. They get 2 mil off of that one day. So what they do? Oh, guess what? After that 2, they may get 6 mega. And that is what happened. So they start liquor, and because they realize that they can come, they can talk, people send them 20, then $50 and all of that. They continue with it. They just continue until it get out of hand. And because of what they're doing, they're damaging other charities here in Jamaica who really want to help people, and they're not getting the help. I remember when I came out with, I think it was last year with my back to school supply, I hear someone said that I didn't ask her any money because that's how it started out. I just asked her items. And the person was saying all sort of things. I said, when I heard about, I was laughing like crazy when I sit and I listen to the lady. And I was like, I wonder if this woman know who she talk about. And I was just laughing because you see, the thing is, at times, when you hear them come and them ask for the money for those certain things, they don't need to come on public domain to ask for the money. They don't, because they might know people within their circle that they can go and they can ask for money. You see, something like feeding the poor, feeding the homeless, or giving out care package. You can go to some supermarket, some wholesale, and they will give you stuff for you to do it. Well, if them no want to do that because they want the money. They want the money. And when they get the money, you know what they do with it. So now have to understand, when in a year people come and they will tell you that, oh, I need, some will come, they will tell you that they need this set amount of money. Why don't you try to send them something? Like, for example, if they come and they said they want to feed, say they want to prepare care package for 50 persons and they're asking for donation. Try reach out to them and try to say to them, okay, I am going to send you 2 barrels and that's supposed to take care of everything, or 3. Listen what the person is going to do. You see, if you see that person come now, and if they come on the public domain and they said they're going to do this, you see, once you can send it and they can show that you ship it and everything and it come in, if you see the person come back out now and they said, oh, guess what, people, I no longer need the funds, such and such is going to say, or if you don't want the name to be called, I'm getting some stuff from overseas and I will be able to prepare the package with those items. You see, sometimes they are getting the items, but yet still, they still don't come on the public domain that they came on before to beg the items to say that, oh, guess what, people? Nobody send no more, such and such I gotta give me. Nobody send no money, such and such is giving me everything. They don't do it because they know what is their intention. They know what is their intention. So we just have to sit and we just have to be careful who we give our money to, because I know all of them take people money and do what them supposed to do. And that is the reason why our lady here in Jamaica, they ride her day and night, because guess what? She showed them up. She had let people know, say, hey, guess what? I can collect this and say me I do that. You see, if them want to send the money and them say to them, all right, may I go send money for the, may I use Christmas now, for the Christmas donation, and you use $100 for that, me send you $200, the next $100 is yours. Fine. Nothing wrong with that. Because the person say $100 is for the charity that you're doing, and the next 100 is for you. Nothing wrong with that. But you see, the problem is now, when the person send the money, them not tell us say nothing for you, and you go and you take it. That is where the problem is. Because you're not supposed to do that. You have, right now when me look on it sometime, like the young boys them, when you see sit down on them phone, sometimes I see some of them on social media that they remind me of. You know them guys that we call people overseas and tell them say they win this and they win that. When you see some of them come on them platform and then start talking, I saw it sound to me. Literally, that's how it sound. Because they make it that bad. They make it that obvious what they're up to. So please, people, be careful who no donate on the money to. People on social media who operate the charities, try to get it registered here in Jamaica. Even if you go through one stage and You wait after till you go through the next, nothing is wrong with that. But make sure you start do something. Do it because it no look good when you have 50, 60 of them out there and none of them no lies with the government. It no look good. And it speak a lot about what is happening here in Jamaica. It speak a lot. And people is going to say that, oh, because such and such do it, me I go do it too. Because such and such do this, me I go do it too. No, don't. Whenever you're going to do something, if you decide that you're going to help baby mothers, if you decide you're going to help the homeless, if you decide that you're going to help people who are sick, make sure you do it because it's coming from your heart. Don't do it from your pocket. And the reason why I said don't do it from your pocket, because some people, they will go, well, to me, this is just my opinion, people, they do the charities because them pocket empty and they want money in them pocket. So that's the reason why I said don't do it from your pocket, do it from your heart. Make sure I say it's something you want to do deep down. Make sure I say when you do it, nobody can say you are this, you are that. Make sure I say you cover yourself. If you have to write down every God's soul name on the paper where send your money, do that. When you write down their name, all how much years down, you keep the paper just the same. Because at least at the end of the day, yeah, make sure say you protect yourself. Yeah, make sure say if nobody's supposed to call you up and you're supposed to go before the court, you have your evidence and so forth. But people, please be careful. You don't think it easy? You know, easy when I don't have to go. Well, maybe too, no, it easy, but I don't know about anybody else. But you see, when me, if I get up out of my bed a morning time, figure work, trust me, that's one of the hardest thing. You see, especially like now, the time cold at Jamaica. And you see which part me live up in a bush, make it even worse. The way the time cold. So sometimes, some morning you just want to draw the sheet, you know. And when you draw the sheet over your head little bit, your earphone or alarm, and to make it even worse sometimes when you did in a bed, you know, and if you have somebody and the person just throw the hand around you know, and you're ready for to get comfortable, you hear the phone or alarm, a time for you get up figure out work. That even make it even worse. And then when you go to work, sometimes the people them annoy the hell out of you. You just want to cuss them left, right, and center. And when you get the pay to just take it up and give people so, that no nice. When we hear about some people overseas, what they have to go through, all them tell us all them clean people. I remember someone said, I think it was on a public platform to the person was, it was, oh, yes, it was when she was doing the calling, someone called, and the person had talked about, oh, them work with this person and them have to clean and how much, and I'm like, what? At them something there? It's like two job the person are doing, or the person work 12 hours a one, and then after the 12 hours, then gone a one next one, you know. I mean, they, I think, I was like 12 hours, and then you go and do a next 4 hours. So why you have time for yourself? When your body get time for rest? And that me, I said to myself, you know, who not gonna take up no money and just dash out so? Who don't want it? And you see, sometimes when we look on it too, you see some of them people they want to say I donate money. When you ask them, you know, maybe what happened to your mother? Or is your father? Or is your brother or some relative of theirs? You realize that the relative is there a dead for hungry. The relative did it, maybe one guy doctor. Or they not give them somebody no money, you know. No money. But you have to remember there is a saying here in Jamaica, Pastor christen them pitney first. So anything you're going to do to stranger, make sure you do it to your own first before you go and you do it to a stranger. So if I donate, you're going to donate, help your family first. Because sometimes when you not help them, you know, and them same one turn around if anything's supposed to happen and can't help you, and you sit down there, you feel bad in yourself because you might remember when the person did call and want to help and you never give it. You go and give stranger And now you're down on your face, the stranger is nowhere. Nowhere at all. So make sure you take care of your own first. Christen you pitney them first. As the saying say, Pastor Christen them pitney first. So take care of your own first before you go and try to take care of strangers. Because at the end of the day, no matter how they turn bad, you see family, our family, guess what? They are the ones that we're going to have at the end of the day. Whether it be your son, your daughter, your cousin, you're going to have one of them if you did treat them good around you. Sometimes when you're looking up, you have some elderly individuals and they will be in this big old rotted house. And people wonder, oh, that a old woman, she alone live over her house, no family, nobody. And when you check her stack, when you hear, oh, when she did young, she did that, this and she did miserable, she turned bad, and you hear them talk. Make sure so nobody not say them something about, not do it. So help who you can help. But when you see the people them come and them thing a bust out on social media, you don't bother call them no name because they never hold on up and force on to forgive or anything like that. And as I said before, you can go on, I don't remember if it was, I think it's the Department of Friendly Society webpage, and you can see the list of registered charities here in Jamaica. Pick out one of them if you want and try to donate, because a lot of them they stop operate because they don't have the donor. They don't. They don't have nobody to donate to them. They don't know how to get donors. So because of that, them just shut down. Nothing now go on. And maybe deep down they were doing it from a good place. They had good intention, but because they're not getting the support, they had to close it. Because everybody can go around and ask their co-workers for a little, beg a little co-worker 5,000 or 10,000 or so forth. And everybody can do that. And everybody know people who can help people. So you see, when they don't know anybody who can give the funding, it becomes difficult for them to operate. So a lot of them close. You hear them tell you that they are no longer in operation because they don't have any donors. So, just make sure, say, work hard for no money, give it with a willing heart. So, can't complain at the end of the day when you hear a story about people. So, just sit down and just bear it. If you don't realize that if somebody end up with more money than just know say such is life. Contribute towards it. And it was coming from a good place. Just know that at the end of the day, just as me and you have to go answer to God, them have to go answer to God too. And you just leave it at that. So nobody come and cuss nobody. So we're not gonna do it not worth it. That's how I look at life. Certain things, just have to just leave them alone. And not every fight we have to fight. Certain things you can just leave it up to God and He will take care of everything else. Because if it's up to Him, if the person's supposed to stop, the person will stop. If the person going to continue, the person is just going to continue just the same. There's nothing you can do if it's not God timing for the person to stop doing what they're doing. So we just have to understand that. So people, thank you so much for joining tonight. Brittany Cork. Amen. Okay, good night. Good night, Ingrid. How are you doing? So, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Please hit the like button for me, please, guys. What me have to do to get some likes? Me have to go show me pretty face, and you can't tell me if I that me have to go do show me pretty face. But me not gonna show me pretty face. Me like the darkness, Me like the darkness. If me come out in the light, if I watch a vampire movie, I will see the vampire, that gonna happen to me. If me come out in the light. So me can't come out in the light. So me have to stay in the light. So just hit the like button for me, please. And as much as all me chat bad, you remember say me I want like a country girl. So as much as all me chat bad, you can just hit the like button too. Just ignore the bad chatting. I just saw it go. Sometimes me can put it on. Sometimes we just let it go and just chat. Charity do yep. Yeah, oh yes, guys. Charity do fundraising like cake sale, fish fry, car wash. Yep, all of those things they do. All of those things we do. Yep. Like for Valentine's Day, I know of a cake sale that is coming up, and that cake sale is for a particular charity. So I won't tell you about that cake sale because maybe if I do, people will go and find out certain things. But a cake sale is coming up for Valentine's Day, and it is for a particular charity. The cake sale treat everyone the way you are expected to be treated. Nobody cuss out nobody, look down upon nobody or anything like that. Just love them and respect them. If anybody do you anything bad, just take it to God in prayer and he will deal with it. Nobody come and just make you pressure. Just leave it at that. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and have a good night.